All right. So it says here to graph each and go by ones on each graph. Okay. So these are all parabolas. So this should be pretty easy to graph. So you may want to get some paper and start copying this down. So when you graph these, probably what I'd recommend you do is use this formula. And then plug 4 back into the equation. You get the vertex. So if you do that, you should get 16 minus 32 plus 16, which is, of course, 0. So your vertex is 4, 0. Then what you want to do is you can make a table and plug in points close to the vertex, like say 3 and 5. And you should get 1 in each case. There you go. That's the graph. So you basically have to just repeat this process 4 more times for 26, 29, 30, and 33. So go ahead and I think the repetition will help you. But does that make sense how I did 25?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I would like you to do now is go ahead and do 26. Tell me what the vertex is. And then tell me what 2 of the points you get. So you're going to be using this formula here. So what do you get for your vertex?
-1 and 0.
Good. And then what would be the other points?
0, -1.
1, 2, 0, 1.
Yeah,
And what else?
and 1, 4.
That could work. But also you do want to do on the left side also.
-3 and -4.
Yeah, or -2, 1.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. Good. Okay. So I think you kind of get the idea. So 'cause I want to make sure we make the best use of our time. So this 20, 30, 33 are the same thing. Just make sure you get them done.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on to and if we have time, we can go back and look at those 3 other problems. But let's take a look at 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 62. So pretty simple. What you want to do here is maybe start with vertex form. Remember, H and K is a vertex.
Mm-hmm.
So what you'll want to do is say, okay, well, y equals A. Then plug in 0, 9 for x and y. And solve for a. And then you should get this. So you have to expand it afterwards because that's standard form.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how 47 is done. So what I'd like you to do is do the same thing for 48 and tell me what you get when you do 48.
Y equals x minus 4 squared minus 1.
Hold on. Yeah, so was your a value 1?
Yeah.
Good, you got it. Great. Okay. So you get the point what to do for the other 4. So again, we'll come back and do it if we have time at the end. But now you know what to do. So you'll definitely want to get all these done tonight. Can.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's move on to let's look at 2, 3. Hold on a sec. Okay. So yeah, these ones are pretty short. I mean, the fact that he's only getting 5 problems, I mean, all 5 of these problems are gonna get graded, right?
Uh-huh.
So you remember how to do polynomial division?
Yeah.
So how do you guys usually do it? Do you guys do it like this?
We do like long division.
That's what you do, long division?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain. There's another technique I could teach you, but let's just do what your teacher's done, just so we don't mix things up too much.
Yeah, I think for most of this unit, I have more stuff with like factoring out zeros and stuff.
Right, right. That's what it looks like. Yes. Yeah, it's all about polynomials. So you remember what to do, how to do this process?
Yeah, you try to find out common factors.
Yeah, so we'll multiply 3x by 2x squared. Bring down to 17x. Then what you want to do is you're going to do this by negative 4x.
Mm-hmm.
And geez, I ran out of space here, didn't I? That was not smart. Okay. So that's negative 12x squared plus 8x. So it's 9x minus 6. Oh, that comes out nice and clean. Multiply by 3. And you have no remainder. So that's the answer for that one. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to teach you another technique you might like a little better. I'm just going to show it to you. If you like it, we'll go with it. So what you do is this. You make a grid. If that's a cube, you're going to do 3 columns. You can put the first term right here. And the last term right here. And the 3x minus 2, you're going to put right here. Now what you need to do is ask yourself, what do you multiply to 3x to get to this? We know 2x squared, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Then you multiply negative 2 by 2x squared to get negative 4x squared. Now, this is the part that's kind of interesting. You see a negative 16x squared. I see a negative 4x squared. This has to be a negative 12x squared. So that it adds up to negative 16x squared. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Then you rinse and repeat. What do you multiply 3x to get to this? Negative 4x, of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you do negative 2 times negative 4x, which of course is 8x. Great. I see a 17x. I need to put a 9x here to make that seem complete. What do you multiply 3x to get a 9x to get a 3? And voila, you're done. So it's kind of a cleaner process
Mm-hmm.
compared to long division. If you want to try it, I don't know, it's up to you. Where it does get a little funky is when there's a remainder. So you have to kind of approach it a little differently, but it's something you can do instead of long division if you so desire. Um, like let me show it to you again for 33. Now there is no x squared, so make that 10x squared. And then that becomes 10x. So it becomes 100x. Doing 10 times 10x. Now you have 75x, so this has to be negative 25x. So this has to be negative 25. And it makes sense because you get negative 250 at the end. So there you go. What do you think about that?
I think long division is better for me.
Okay, if you like long division, I'm not gonna be offended. So it's all good. But I just wanted to show you the process. Now 24. So let's use long division. Okay, no problem. Oh, geez, you gotta put it in the right order. So gotta be careful about that. And actually, I should put 0x squared. Okay. When you subtract, those go away. 6x cubed. You usually want to do that to protect it. Then you gotta multiply by plus 6x. Then that'll be a 9. You should get 7x plus 9, but plus 11.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so you got a remainder. And then for these problems here, what you want to do, you want to write as a 3x minus 2. So if you have 2/3, it means that 3x minus 2 is a factor. So you're gonna have to do long division first, and then you'll get a quadratic. Go ahead and do the long division with this and 3x minus 2, and tell me what you get.
Mm-hmm.
You got something here?
I'm almost done.
Your time.
16x squared minus 16x plus 3.
Oh, sorry, repeat that again.
16x squared minus 16x plus 3. And the remainder is 6.
Oh, it should not be a remainder at all. You got a
Oh, never
remainder?
mind. So I saw that 0. I saw 6 as a 0. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, no, you need to try that again. Well,
Oh no, just the last one. I saw the minus 6 as a minus 0 because your line like covered.
okay, got it. So what do you get as your answer then?
Uh,
Then you get the same thing?
yeah, I just found a remainder because I thought it was a 0.
Let me double check. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, you should be fine then. Never mind. Okay, 9x. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, good. Okay, then you need to factor this further. Don't know what that is. Yeah, I think it's gonna be I mean we should be a little more formal about this, but actually I think it comes out like that. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So just to finish off the homework, let's do that. Yeah, that was pretty easy. Just do factor by grouping. That's what I did for that one.
Hmm.
Cool. Okay. This is actually really easy stuff. Like you just combine like terms.
Hmm.
So that'd be 8 plus 4i. Or this would be -3 minus 11i. And this, obviously you can make this 8i. Sorry, 2 root two, -2 plus 2 root 2i plus 5 minus 5 root 2i. Yeah. Um, yeah, so this is like the same thing. And the 3 root 2i's cancels, just get 4. Here you want to FOIL. So that should be pretty straightforward. We're here, distribute. Remember, I squared is -1. So it's 32 minus 72i. Here you have the FOIL. So 16i squared is -16. 25 minus 16 is 9 minus 40i. So those make sense so far?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Here, multiply top line by I. Get 7i. There you get 1 plus I. So you always do the conjugate for that. So you kind of do this, and you do this. Let me have you do the last. Let me have you do 54, 56.
Mhm.
Yeah, go into 54, 56. Just make sure you're comfortable with this, and then we can wrap up the rest of this homework. Then do the next one. So you're gonna FOIL the top.
Six minus 5i plus 14 over 3.
Sorry, repeat that one more time.
6 minus 5i plus 14 over 3.
Plus.
14.
Oh, but you should add 6 to 4 to make it 20, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was so confused. And what do you got on the bottom?
3.
Actually, should be 5, right?
Oh, I just saw my number wrong.
Remember, because you have 1 minus 4 I squared. I squared is -1, so it becomes 5. And then you
Yeah,
include
I
it
just
even
wrote
more.
many.
Yeah. Include it more, you get 4 minus I. Give me 1 sec. Hold on. Go and try the next one. Thank you.
-4i plus 8.
-4,
4i plus 8.
-4I plus 8. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. 6, 16. Yeah, good. Okay, great. No, for 64, you think it was like 5i. Sorry. I root 5 times I root 10. So it's root 50 I squared. So it's 5, -5 root 2. For 66, where that you should get 75I squared. Doing -75.
Mm-hmm.
Now here, you get 4I root 10. I squared is -1. This becomes 31. Thanks. Yeah. And you FOIL. Um, equals -6. Okay. Okay. Then for these here, there's a pattern. Get I, -1, -I, +1. So remember, we know I is I. I squared, of course, is -1. I cubed is -I. And then if you multiply -I by I again, you get -I squared, which is +1. So if it's a multiple of 4, it's going to be 1. If it's an even number, not multiple, it's -1. It's an odd number with the remainder of 1, it's I. And if it's an odd number with the remainder of 3, it's going to be a -I. Hope that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I say we're quiet, so notate good weird. All right. Always do that one. Okay, just tell more here. Um, what does he want to do with this? It's like, I don't understand. Do you know what he wants to do with these problems?
I think if you click on the link below it, it should show what he did and
Okay.
and they,
Okay.
oh, it's final zero.
Oh, okay. That's what I suspected. So anyhow, do you want to put all the factors of this? Then if you do synthetic division, I think 13 works. Now it's gonna be too big. Nope. Yeah, that works. You're getting x squared minus 4x plus 13. And you do quad form or completing the square. It's up to you. Do you have a preference whether you want to do quad form or completing the square?
Actually, can you explain this a little more? Because this is the part I didn't figure out.
Oh, no worries. Okay.
Correct to this.
So what you do is you do something called P over Q, where P is all the factors of a constant. And Q is all the factors. A link coefficient. So your constant is 39. Where all the factors of 39?
1 and 39 and 3 and 13.
Right. So you're gonna put all those in the numerator. And what's your constant? Sorry, what's your link coefficient?
1 plus or minus
Exactly.
1.
So basically all those divide by 1, which is still this, all those numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now you have to test these numbers out by doing synthetic. How are you with synthetic division?
I guess pretty good.
Do you know how it works? It's okay if you don't. I'll explain to you.
Uh, I don't remember it that much
Okay,
anymore.
okay, good. Because it's so good, kid. Pretty good, man. You don't really know. Okay, that's okay. It's fine. Don't worry
Last
about it.
year I was pretty good at that's what I
No,
meant.
no worries. It's really simple. You could use long division, but it's going to take too long. No pun intended. But it's just going to be very painful. The way it works, you put all the coefficients inside that little L-shaped thing, and the number that you think is an x-intercept, you put on the outside. The first number is a 1, because that's the coefficient of x cubed. You bring it down. Let me do it color so it stands out. You multiply 13 by 1. What's 13 times 1?
13.
Good. But what's -1 plus 13?
12.
12. Okay. Now 13 times 12, that's a really big number. So I'm going to ignore that because that's just not going to work itself out very nicely. In fact, actually, I meant to do it 3. I don't know why I did 13. Okay, so let me bring the 1 down. And then you do 3 times 1, which is 3. And you add, and you repeat. 3 times 2 is 6. 1 plus 6 is 7. 3 times 7, 21. Adding at 60. Not any good. It's not going to work for us. So make that -3. That's -3. That's 12. That's 13. That's -39. Adding at 0. So it means you have a remainder of 0. That means that this is actually an x-intercept. Then what's left is the coefficients of your quotient, which is x squared minus 4x plus 13. So it's basically a way of factoring out. If essentially what you've done is you factor out x plus 3. That's why you have -3 as an x-intercept. Then you want to use quad form to work this out. And whatever that is when you do quad form. Or you can just complete the square. It's up to you. Do you have a preference whether you want to do quad form or complete the square?
I don't have a preference.
Okay. If you do quad form, you should get x equals -b, which is 4, plus or minus square roots of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And that should be 4 plus or minus root 36, I think. Negative 36. Or 2 plus or minus 6i over 2. Or 1 plus or minus 3i. There you go. All's good. We'll try it again. What are the factors of 35?
1 and 35 and 5 and 7.
Yeah, it's not that many, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, interestingly, all these are positive numbers. So let's start with -1, maybe, see if that works. Yeah, it's not going to work. Let me try -5. think it's going to work. So you get x squared and then you just do quad form. I trust you could do that just fine. So and you kind of rinse and repeats for these other ones here. Now in this case, you have 2. So you're going to have plus minus 1, plus minus 5. So you have plus minus 1, plus minus 5, plus minus half, and plus minus 5 halves. Hopefully that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Then what you want to do is you got to do the syntax division again. And again, it's kind of like it's kind of guess and check in a way, which I kind of like, but if you like, we'll start with 1. See if we get lucky. Yeah, doesn't work. Nope, that's not gonna work either. I suspect it's probably gonna be a fraction. Let's do 1/2. Okay, no. Try -1/2. Nope. By the way, there's a chance that none of these could work. And because you may not have any rational zeros. These are all rational numbers. 2, 5, 8. Sheesh. No. So you see we're having really crappy luck now. Negative 18. Oh. The 5 then? Or -5. That's too large. Ah, okay, the last number. Wait, no, it doesn't work. Why is it not working? 2. Okay, I don't know. Um, okay, this is where I'm gonna beat the Desmos. What? I think 5 halves. Let's try this again. I swore I thought we did 5 halves. 2, 5, -8. Negative, I probably did positive 20. -20, -2. All right. So you get 2x squared minus 8x minus 2. And then do quad form after that. And then now if you here for 78, 1, 6, 10. Let's say do -1. Yep. Yeah, bingo, we got it. So you have x cubed plus 3x squared plus x plus 3. You factor out x squared. Yeah, then you get like negative plus minus I and -3. -3 happens twice. So anyway, last homework. We have to wrap up the call. Hold on a sec. Yeah. Okay, for these problems here, all you have to do is just write as like x minus 1, x minus 5i, and x plus 5i. Because the thing is that if you want real coefficients, you have to do the opposite of the imaginary number. And then you have to FOIL. And you're okay with foiling?
Mhm.
Yeah, if you FOIL it correct, you should get x squared minus 5ix plus 5ix minus 25i squared. Those cancel. You get x squared plus 25. And then you have to multiply the x minus 1 from earlier and keep foiling it. Now, for something like 48, you're going to do x minus 5. Then I'll do bracket x minus x minus
then it gets a little crazy. I'll distribute that. Then what I do is I kind of regroup. If x minus 3 squared, positive 2i x minus 3, negative 2i x minus 3, and minus 4i squared. Those cancel. I squared is negative once you get positive 4. And then you have to boil with x minus 5 afterwards. And then, yeah, if you know that 2i's is 0, then negative 2i is also 0. Or so is negative 3i. Or so is 5 minus 2i. Or so is negative 1 plus 3i. So what you could do, give me a little, well, you could technically do factor by grouping for the first two. And don't really have to worry about doing any synthetic division. But for 58, it's gonna be a little messy. What I suggest that you do is you I think the best way to handle for you to handle this one. Not very fun, but you could do this. Put 5 plus 2 on the outside, bring the 1 down, multiply. Add those together, which is negative 2 plus 2i. Then you gotta FOIL that with negative 2 plus 2i. And put it right here, and then continue doing that. And then you have this new thing. Then you get the 5 minus 2i and break it down that way. It's not sure if that's really the best approach. You could also do the synthetic division, like the rational roots, the possible rational roots. You could do that also. Like find factors of this to see what works, but then it's just kind of guess and check. Or you could do this: x minus 5 plus 2i, x minus 5 minus 2i, and then FOIL it, and then divide it by this, or do that, divide by that. You could do that also. So, anyhow, but that's pretty much, I think, going to be great for you to review. So so we've done most of the homework. I'll stop the video right now.